Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of RWBY. This is Volume 6, Episode 13, Our Way, and it looks like it is the finale. It's one of the longer episodes. It's about 20 minutes long, and yeah, I'm gonna watch the intro. I won't put it in, but one last intro, because it's a great intro. I didn't really talk about it too much, but I've been listening to a lot, obviously, and the song is pretty. The song is good, 7 or 8 out of 10. The animation is definitely like a 9 or a 10, to be honest. So it is one of the better intros, one of my favorite intros rather. Um, but yeah, okay, well we'll see. I will stick around after the credits and we'll see what happens. Let's just jump into this ride. Oh, can't wait for Volume 7 now! Ah, I'm all caught up, bitches! And they still got one more question to ask Jin. Well, I mean, they don't have to ask it, but they have one more left. Oh, those flips. That's such a great transition sequence. What the heck? This is calm. Where the heck are we? Bad guys? Yep, Neo. Woo, look at your outfit, girl. Cinder? Cinder's new outfit? What are you wearing?
It should get us to Solitas. After that, you might want to try materializing yourself some snow boots.
I hope she kicks her ass. I hope Neo kicks Cinder's ass eventually. Can you imagine if Neo became the Fall Maiden? That'd be awesome. She could do that? Damn. She's really strong. Oh.
You know, Neo, someone once asked me if I believed in destiny. And I'm happy to say, I still do.
That's bigger. Okay. Oh my god. No, motherfucker.
This is your fault.
It's not.
Do you hear me?
Ruby!
It's both of your faults.
Yang! Blake! Are you okay? What happened?
Ugh.
Was that a giant Grim?
Yes. And we just ruined the only thing capable of stopping it.
This is your fault. Your fault.
Ma'am, what's your status? We need an answer. Over.
Your fault.
Girl.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be. This isn't on you.
But
You're safe. That's all that matters.
You guys gonna say how you murdered somebody for the first time?
I suppose I have to be the bad guy and say it. Getting the lamp to Atlas is still our top priority. And
But you
right
can't
now, we have the
abandon them.
perfect opportunity to head straight for it. We may not get another chance like this.
No way.
We can't leave. Not like this.
it's like you said, a huntress is supposed to protect others to the bitter end.
Yes.
We need to head for the Leviathan. John, can you and Ren be ready to mask our ship?
think we can manage. Got a few ideas?
I've got one.
Rise up, everybody. It's back.
It's Godzilla!
Target base is advanced of 3-4. Leviathan has hit the shallows and resurfaced. We need those shields up now. Over.
If I was a civilian, I'd be running. I don't know. I wouldn't just be like, what? I'd be like, out the city. Let's go. Hello? Oh, okay. I don't think it's gonna do much good, but it'll stop him a little bit. Oh my god! Somebody do something. Shoot it in the face. Get its eyes.
It tore straight through.
All squadrons, fall back to evacuation procedures. Disengage Leviathan. I repeat, disengage. Over.
No, wait!
RWBY!
We can stop it!
Who is this? Identify yourself.
I'm a huntress. My team and I are heading to the Leviathan and can
huntress.
weaken it for you to attack.
We can?
I can.
Ruby.
Silver eyes.
I said trial by fire.
I did it at Beacon and at the farm. You really think you can do it now?
You have
I
to.
don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Manta 5-1, your ship is currently flagged as hostile. You will receive no support. Over.
Then I'll do it myself.
Fine. We'll do it alone if we have to.
We can hit it while it stops at the next barrier.
Ren, you're up.
Let's go, squad! I forgot this season's been so, not all over the place in a bad way, but it's just been all over the place. I forgot about the silver eyes. Like, that's one of the big plot points of the season.
We're too late. Pull up.
Shit. Just hover alongside it and then shoot it. Or, you know, hit it with your silver... Hit it with the silver eyes.
That's all I've got.
Oh
It's
my
on
god.
the move again.
Come on,
We
guys.
need to stop it. What do we do?
What?
Eyes on us, ugly!
Is it working?
Unfortunately, yes. Hang on!
Okay. What are you two gonna do? What can Blake do now that... I mean, she's a melee fighter,
We can do
really.
this.
Especially without her
We
weapon.
have to do this.
Come on, Ruby. Think about your friends. Expecto Patronum!
Ruby? Ruby, hurry! Something...
Like I get it, but... No, don't think about the bad times, think about the good times. Think about protecting them.
What? Why did it turn away?
No, 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 no!
Oh, the lantern! What?
I'm sorry. I don't have a question for you. I just needed a little more time.
I know. And while you don't seek knowledge, just this once, I shall give it freely.
Wow.
I will not allow you to use me without a question again. Even if this was clever.
I wonder if those are like fan arts or if that's the actual team animating those, you know, these ones also. Who's that? Is that Ruby or is that supposed to be Summer? Yeah! Like, it's a good... No! Hit it with everything now!
No.
I'll take it from here.
Yes! Good. Oh, she just
After all,
got rid of the arm?
I was sworn to protect the people!
That's good. Yeah, drill its body. Oh, that's it. Okay. Yay. Why is music still playing like there's something happening? There's another fight going on.
Thank you. And I'm sorry.
The Atlas military can handle the stragglers.
What are you saying?
I'm saying I don't think anyone would notice if one more ship went missing in my lengthy report.
That's good. Okay, let's go. Let's go, Ruby. Okay, they made it.
We should have just enough fuel to make it.
Thanks, Miss Calavera.
Hey, Ruby. You did great out there today, kid. Just don't go giving me heart attacks like that again.
Throw away the
I
bottle.
love you too.
You weren't half bad yourself today, Crow.
I feel like they did all the heavy lifting.
But you were there to help when they asked for it. And you were there to catch them when they fell. Literally, if I recall.
Thanks. You know, it was pretty incredible getting to see the Grim Reaper in action.
You should have seen me when I was your age.
I'm sorry you went through that nightmare, but I'm glad Yang was there for you in time. We were there for each other.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Huh. Hey, stop it.
You petrified a Leviathan after diving down the barrel of a cannon.
Don't act like you all haven't done crazy stuff before. I mean, Oscar made a successful crash landing. A 14-year-old farmhand.
That was seriously impressive.
We'd have been stranded without you.
Thanks, but I've been meaning to tell you guys.
Oh.
I didn't land the ship on my own. We're gonna crash! We're gonna crash!
Stay calm. It's going to be okay.
Aspen took control?
No, he guided me. And then he was gone again.
Does that mean he's been watching us this whole time?
I don't know, but it at least means he was looking out for us.
Hey, if you've never seen Atlas in person before, you don't want to miss this.
Is it weird that I'm sort of nervous?
No.
I'll believe we've made it to Atlas when I see it.
Well, believe it.
Wait. What?
You know, you make the trip up to Atlas over and over, but you never get used to that view. Oh, come on!
I didn't know it was a floating city.
What is it?
She's got to deal with her family.
The Atlas Air Fleet.
Oh. Blockade?
I knew all of our ships were called back, but...
They're set up like they're expecting an attack.
Manta 5-1. Welcome home.
What? Sorry, there's... Oh, God, I don't want to download this mobile game. But it looks so good. Evermore. As much as I love you, Casey, but I got things to do. I gotta skip the credits today. She's going off. Oh wait, there's another vocalist. I was gonna say, it doesn't sound like Casey right now. There's Casey. That's cool. Duet. 2 female vocalists. Okay. Mercury. An emerald?
Mercury, I wanted to...
Why does he look like that?
What is she doing?
Oh. I thought she was in the pool. I was like, damn. Is she evolved? Winged monkeys? Flying monkeys? She's evolving the Grim? Oh wow. That's a lot.
There's an old saying.
Hazel.
If you want something done right,
do it yourself.
Do it yourself.
Shit. My pretties! Okay, interesting end to the volume. So obviously, I've been wondering for a while if there were like winged monkeys, because we know there's a lot of fairy tales and fables, stories that the RWBY characters and themes draw upon, but one of the big ones is the Wizard of Oz, and so we've gotten the wizard, we've gotten the Wicked Witch. I guess RWBY is technically Dorothy, and Zwei is Toto to an extent. I think that's maybe the only big one we really haven't touched on is Dorothy and Toto. But we have the Tin Man, we have the Scarecrow, and we have the Cowardly Lion. The Munchkins, Oscar kind of is a Munchkin. I don't know. At least I always saw him as one of the Munchkins, especially with his patchwork kind of look, and now he's got that green, so he's like taking on the role of the wizard finally. Um, we had Glinda Goodwitch, but the only thing that we really haven't seen from the Wizard of Oz is the flying monkeys, and so now we're finally getting them, which I think is awesome. Yeah. Okay, so the team has made it to Atlas. Uh, I don't know if they're welcome, if they're being welcomed in open arms, or if it's like, they made it to Atlas airspace, and then they were being hailed, and pretty much like they're saying welcome back, or like we've been expecting you kind of thing. So I don't know, is it a good expecting like, hey, they don't really know, they think it's just Weiss coming back or whatever, or is it like, oh, we're gonna we're gonna arrest you all because you're in Atlas airspace. I'm just intrigued on where that is going. Okay, the three-ish big points that I had to make about my notes. I love the payoff on the Huntress. Maria kind of, she was saying, like, well, technically this is a good time to leave and we can just go. But, it was her that brought up the point earlier in the volume that, being a huntress means laying your life on the line no matter what. If you're limping, if you're bloodied, you're broken, you're still fighting to protect the people. And they they were pretty bloodied and broken after the sequence of events that was happening. But they still, they learned the lesson that, well, I mean, they kind of always knew, but it was like, no, we have to go and stop this Godzilla kaiju. Um, I keep calling it kaiju, I'm sorry. We have to stop the Leviathan Grim. Um, and so I just really like that. Wrapping up of the themes, I guess, in the volume. Bringing back the Silver Eyes. It wasn't perfect, but it was enough that the team, teamwork kind of. And then, paying off on the Huntress thing. Um, yeah, it was just like very good forward motion with all the characters and getting past some of their faults and their flaws and stuff. Um, so the beginning we saw Neo and Cinder. Um, I if someone could just concretely tell me what Neo's semblance is, I kind of get what it is, but I just for my own thoughts, I just kind of need to know more specifically what it is. It's something to do with like illusions, or transformation. Um, But I was just curious, like, what was she? Did she hijack an Atlas ship and she was making it into a Mistral ship, or was she had a Mistral ship like we saw, and then she was trying to make it into an Atlas one, um, but it either failed or it was just like solidified. I don't know. Like, just let me know in the comments what exactly was happening there. Um, I get she was trying to transform it. I just couldn't figure out which way she was doing it and if it worked or not because they seemed happy with it in the end. But from what our perspective of it was, the shot showed it being the Mistral ship in the end. So I don't know if it worked or not. Um, and lastly, I just want to talk about Oscar a little bit. One, have we ever learned his semblance? Him or Ozpin or any of them? Have we learned what their semblance is? Or technically, what I'm wondering is, apparently semblances are basically the remnants of the magic that the original humans had. So, um, the original humans, we kind of saw that. We know Salem has magic. We know Ozpin, Ozma has magic. But all the humans back in the first generation had the power to do what the maidens can do, basically. Um, and so semblances are basically a fraction of that. Um, and individualized for each person. So I'm wondering, since Ozma, Ozpin, Oscar is technically a first generation human, does he have just regular magic and he can do his regular feats of magic like we've been told sometimes, like turning people into birds or whatnot, that kind of stuff? Or since Oscar, his body is a second generation human, does he have a semblance? I'm just curious if they ever explain that, or is that something we don't know still? Because, yeah, I'm just curious. I just want to know. Um, I wrote down past lives. I don't really know what. Oh, my other point about Oscar was we kind of saw that here, where Ozpin didn't take over, but he helped Oscar guide the plane down. And so I wonder if we're going to get more of that in the future, where Oscar is basically the Prime now. You know, he is always going to be in control forevermore because Ozpin locked himself away. Um, but is it going to be like what I was afraid of was Oscar is going to be melded into the mass, and it's just going to be this Ozma conglomeration kind of thing in his mind, and you know he's going to be like an amalgamation of like 100 different men who all have different thoughts, and it's like a committee, you know, piloting by committee kind of thing. That's what I was afraid of when he originally introduced this idea of Oscar. Um, but after this episode, now I'm kind of wondering, is it going to be Oscar is always going to be co-pilot, or Oscar is always going to be head pilot, but now we've got, you know, Navigator Ozpin in the back, we've got Battle Master Ozma here, we've got the white-haired dude somewhere up here. You know, is it going to be like, hey, I'm going to, you know, like Oscar is king, but we have all these royal attendants who can tell him, you know, hey, you should do this, you should do that, you should do that. They don't control Oscar, but they give advice in the back of his mind. Um, and so I think I'm just I'm not afraid, but like I have a feeling that Ozpin is done with. I think Ozpin is gone now. He's passed on the knowledge he needs to, and it's just Oscar from now on. But if you know if the need arises, he has his past lives to call upon, kind of like Aang in the Avatar state. Um, uh, you know, okay, I'm opening up a whole new can of worms now when I mention that. What I'm trying to say is, um, I think it's more of Oscar is the current Avatar, and you know he can converse with his past lives. He can converse with Roku. He can converse with Kyoshi. You know, he can get their input, but I don't think it's going to be a case of he can go into the Avatar state and become all of them. I don't think that's happening anymore. I think it's just, you know, he can only kind of converse with them. I don't think he can actually assume their power or anything. Anyways, just some thoughts I had. I'm very curious to see what happens next volume, see the trials of Atlas, see how they're going to be received there, what's going to happen there. Obviously, we're going to have Cinder and Neo are going there. We have, what's his face? Tyrion and Watts are going there. And then we have Team RWBY, Juniper, all of them are going there as well. And then we have James Ironwood and the Atlesian forces. So there's sort of like 4 different factions going on right now. And hopefully Ironwood is going to be more receptive than Leo was. We've seen him. He's intelligent. I wouldn't say he's level-headed, but he is smart. You know, and he's overly cautious. That's the thing. That's the scary part, is that he's overly cautious. So I'm hoping that he will accept Oscar right away. He'll accept Team RWBY. He'll work with them as best as he can. He might have some withholding judgment, stuff like that. But I think hopefully he's going to be on their side, and we can just do what we have to do here. Okay. Anyways, very excited. By the time this video comes out, I'm sure that Volume 7 will be well underway. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, with me. Can't wait to get into Volume 7, and yeah, we'll see what happens when it does. I'm excited and can't wait. Leave a comment down below. What do you guys like about this volume? What you just write to me about RWBY. You know, there's a lot to talk about this volume. There's a lot to talk. A lot happened, but it felt a lot happened, but also not a lot happened, which is very interesting and good. It's good storytelling that you're able to tell such a concise story and very direct. Anyways, this light means that I need to shut up now, so thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll talk with you in comments below. See you in the next video.